Hi, I'm Waffles. This is A Dog's Life. I'm a dog, which means I spend a lot of time thinking about snacks, emotional support, and why you close the bathroom door. I also watch you constantly because you're my favorite person, obviously. Anyway, I think it's time I explained a few things. Okay, before anyone says anything, I know I stare at you a lot. I know. Humans are very aware of eye contact. You make entire situations out of it. But in my defense, you are usually doing something interesting, or holding food, or walking toward the kitchen in a suspiciously hopeful way. Also, sometimes I walk into a room and then completely forget why I came in here. I think that just happened, actually. Wait, no, the bowl. It was the bowl. The bowl is empty, Jake. I checked 3 times. And before you say, Waffles, you already ate, I would just like to remind everyone that I am very small. This body cannot survive on already ate. That is not enough information. Also, sometimes I stare because I am trying to send a message. A very clear message. A message like, the door exists, or the leash has not been touched in several hours. I notice these things. I have been thinking about the walk since this morning. Not constantly, I still took a nap, but spiritually, the walk has been with me all day. And treats are another important category. Sometimes humans say the word quietly, like I will not hear it, but I hear everything. Jake whispered, maybe later, from 2 rooms away last week, and I still remembered it yesterday. I do not know when later is. That feels intentionally vague. So yes, sometimes I stare because I am hungry, or because I would enjoy going outside and sniffing a leaf dramatically for 40 seconds, or because somebody opened the cheese drawer. That one is urgent. But I need everyone to understand something very important. I am not demanding. I am communicating. There is a difference. Demanding is barking directly into your soul. I almost never do that. Staring is polite. Staring says, hello, whenever you have a moment. I believe our current situation could be improved, usually with snacks. Sometimes I also stare at the front door. Not because I want to leave immediately, but because I believe we should stay emotionally prepared. You never know when an outside opportunity may appear. A squirrel, a leaf, a different squirrel. And honestly, I think walks are important for the family. Humans become strange if they stay indoors too long. You start sitting in silence, looking at glowing rectangles, eating standing up for some reason. That one worries me. Walks help everybody. I sniff things. You think about your life. It's healthy. Sometimes I even bring you the leash myself, which I personally feel is excellent teamwork. But occasionally, you say things like, later, Waffles. Again with this mysterious later. I would appreciate a schedule. But staring is not always about food. Sometimes I stare because I'm reading you. I know things. I know when you're about to stand up before you even move. I know when you've had a bad day. Your shoulders get heavier. You stop making the happy kitchen noises. And sometimes you just stand there looking at the glowing wall box for a long time. I still don't fully understand that activity. But I do understand patterns. I have a whole system. The shoes by the door mean something is about to happen. The work shoes are bad news. The soft walking shoes are exciting. The sandals mean very little gets accomplished. I respect that. And core bag. The bag means temporary emotional abandonment. Sometimes 1 hour, sometimes longer. I never know. I do not trust the bag. But I still watch you pack it every time, just in case today is the day you accidentally fill it with treats instead. I can also tell the difference between kitchen sounds. There are breakfast sounds, snack sounds, cooking sounds, and the very suspicious sound of opening a bag quietly because you think I am asleep. I am never that asleep. Jake once opened peanut butter from across the house and my eyes opened automatically, like magic. Or trauma, I haven't decided yet.
And quiet kitchens are different too. Quiet kitchens usually mean someone is tired, or sad, or standing in front of the fridge without actually taking anything out. Humans do that a lot. You just open it and stare. I thought we already agreed staring was weird. Scientists apparently have a name for what I do. It's called referential looking, which honestly sounds very professional, like I should be wearing glasses. Basically, it means dogs look at humans for information. Wolves don't really do it, but dogs do. A lot. We come pre-installed with it, like sniffing, or spinning in circles before lying down even when the bed is already flat. And sometimes, I look at you for no reason at all. I just like checking that you're still there. There was a study in 2015 that said when dogs and humans look into each other's eyes, both brains release oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone, the same one mothers and babies get. Which honestly explains a lot, because every time you look at me like I'm important, something warm happens in my chest. And I don't really know what that feeling is called yet, but I think it might be my favorite one. Also, sometimes I'm trying to mentally convince you to go for a walk. I need to be transparent about that. If I stand very still and stare at the leash, eventually your brain connects the dots. Usually. Jake takes longer than average. But there is an important difference between my normal stare and the hard stare. The hard stare is different. Body stiff, no blinking, no tail wagging. That means a dog is uncomfortable, or scared, or needs space. That is not what I'm doing. My stare is soft, relaxed, comfortable. I know where the bowl is, I know where my blanket is, and I know where you are. That's important to me. So maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I need a walk. Maybe I forgot why I walked into this room again. That is still a possibility. But maybe I just like looking at you. You're probably the most important thing in this room. I haven't checked every room yet, but I feel pretty confident about this one. Sometimes I don't even need anything. No food, no walk, no dramatic emotional support cheese. I just want to be where you are, even if we're both doing completely different things. You watch the glowing wall box. I sit nearby and think about squirrels. That still counts as spending time together. Sometimes you look over and ask, "Waffles, why are you staring at me?" And honestly, I don't always know how to explain it. You are my person. My favorite sound is your footsteps coming back into the house. My favorite meetings are accidental kitchen meetings. And my favorite part of the day is usually whatever part has you in it. So if I stare a little too long sometimes, it's probably because I like this life, and I like sharing it with you. Also, there is still a small possibility that you have food. I do need to stay responsible and investigate that thoroughly. So if you catch me staring, you can look back. I've been waiting. And subscribe to A Dog's Life for new episodes every week. I'll be here, watching, obviously.